Hello, young people. It's me, your teacher, Mr. Harris. Today we're going to learn about the atom, which is the basis of chemistry and everything. So at the top of your notes, write the atom. Where is it? The atom. Then put the date. All right, here's our objective. Students will be able to describe the structure of the atom. So right now I would just write describe the structure of the atom. What is an atom? Atoms are tiny particles that make up everything. Everything. No, really, everything is made of atoms as far as we know. All physical things are made of atoms. Like the desk you're sitting in, your hair, the air, um, your shirt, your dog, trees, cars, the earth, everything is made of atoms as far as we know. So what does an atom look like? Center of the atom is called the nucleus. So write this down. What does an atom look like? And then write down the center of an atom is called the nucleus. Kind of like in biology, the center of the cell is called the nucleus. Center of the atom is called the nucleus. All right, atoms are made of 3 subatomic particles. See how it says sub there? It's subatomic. So sub is a prefix that means under or below. So these are 3 pieces of the atom that are smaller than the atom, made of 3 of them. And here's our subatomic particles. Our 3 subatomic particles are protons, neutrons, and electrons. The 3 types of subatomic particles are extremely important, so you should write those down. Take a sip of coffee. What's up, Ms. Rothbond? Making a video. All right. Moving on. All right, so the first one's protons have a positive charge. See how after it says protons up here, there is a P and a plus sign? They have a positive charge, and they're located in the nucleus, which is in the middle of the atom. Neutrons have a neutral or no charge and are located in the nucleus as well. So in the nucleus is protons and neutrons. Electrons have a negative charge and are located in orbitals. So they're outside the nucleus. All right, here are some atomic models. So we used to think that electrons orbited around the nucleus, kind of like how the planets go around the sun in like a fixed path. That's not true. That's the old model of the atom developed by Niels Bohr. So look, here's some pictures. So you guys have probably seen images like this before. Pictures where there's the nucleus in the middle and then the the electrons cruising around on the outside. All right. Here's what atoms actually look like. They have an electron cloud that goes around the nucleus. All right. So recent research has found that electrons are actually found in dense clouds we call orbitals. So I would write down orbitals are dense clouds outside the nucleus. It's the current model of the atom. May be wrong, but it's the one that everybody agrees on now. That's what it looks like. Look at the one on the bottom left, especially. We've got the nucleus, and then all that fuzzy stuff on the outside is the electrons just cruising around kind of randomly. They're moving all the time. Isn't that crazy? The things that everything is made of are constantly in motion. It's nuts. All right, So let's do this checkpoint. You're supposed to do these answer these questions in your notebook. So just write like checkpoint and then number it 1, 2, 3, 4 down the side of the page and answer these 4 questions. What is the difference between atoms and subatomic particles? Why is it incorrect to say that electrons orbit the nucleus? 3. What is an orbital? And 4. Just name the 3 types of subatomic particles and their charges. Take a few minutes to do that. You can just pause the video. Alright, so even charges, even though subatomic particles have charges, an atom is electrically neutral, which means it has no charge. How is that possible? Here's a good question to think about. If electrons are randomly flying around the nucleus, why don't they fly away? I would think about the charge of the electron and the charge of the proton to answer that question. Actually, answer that question in your notebook right now. Just pause the video to do that. Alright, now let's look at some charges. If a neutral atom has 5 electrons, how many protons must it have? The answer to this question is 5, because electrons have negative charges, protons have positive charges, so for every proton there's an electron. They just attract each other like that. Alright, you guys can answer these next 2 questions. If a neutral atom has 17 protons, how many electrons must it have? And if an atom has 3 electrons, what does it need to be neutral? So answer those questions in your notebook. You don't have to write down the questions. And now we're going to learn about atomic mass. So atoms are too small for measuring in grams. They're extremely tiny. So we measure atoms in their own unit. That unit is called an AMU, an atomic mass unit. I'll write down these last 2 bullet points. We measure atoms in their own unit, and AMU equals atomic mass unit. So a proton has a mass of 1 AMU. A neutron has a mass of 1 AMU. An electron has no mass, so don't count it when finding mass. Copy down this entire slide. Alright, now we're going to do some practice. If there are 5 protons, 5 electrons, and 7 neutrons, how much does the atom weigh? Now remember to put the correct unit. It's not grams, it's... Alright. Do number 2 and 3 also. Now we're just going to stop there. Thanks very much for watching this video.